Century Superhuman. And I know that the answers are inside. Yeah, I am the 21st Century Superhuman. Now is the time. Come on everyone, let's celebrate. We are the children of the sun. I can see it when I look into your eyes. We are the same, and we are light, and we are one. And we can make a difference. Yeah, we can be the change it takes to make the world a lot more fun.
Hi, I'm Carrie Ellis, author of 21st Century Superhuman. This is our 21st Century Superhuman show. Today, we're going to talk about natural immunity. And what's really exciting is when we take care of ourselves in a way we live a natural lifestyle, we support our immune system, we're able to really stay well when things like coronavirus come along. So don't miss our regular updates at 21stcenturysuperhuman.com. Behind the scenes, we're working on a new website, and it's just about to rise like a phoenix from the ashes. But for right now, you can, depends on when you watch this video, you can either sign up at our opt-in page that just lets you put in your email. Be sure you get on our email list so that you don't miss any updates. So to keep the bugs away and protect from viruses, bacteria, and parasites, we do it with natural immunity. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. When there's news of virus epidemics around the world, it's important to self-educate. Here are my top 5 secrets to natural immunity. Number 1, cleanse and detox your microbiome. Number 2, alkalinity. Number 3, healthy nutrition. Number 4, exciting new technologies. Number 5, superfoods, herbs, essential oils. Exciting technologies, plasma, Gans, structured water, Ormus, and Orgonite are all in secret 4. Now there's a lot of information in here. Just take a breath, don't get overloaded, listen to it once through and come back and listen to the different sections because I'm giving you a lot of information. I want you to have an overview here of how to do the natural immunity and protective lifestyle, because it's so important. It's important in our world. You know, we're having to deal with pesticides and chemicals. We're having to deal with hormones. And then we have viruses out there, out and about. So what we want to do is create a protective mechanism in our home and in our body. And so that's what these technologies are about. I've been teaching these things. I've traveled the world teaching them. I went to South Africa, did a 90-day tour in the US. There's a really important tools. Look at them, listen, and I'll give you ways that you can tap into them. Think of this as a video as something that you might come back to over and over in order to teach yourself. And then there will be more of this information at 21stcenturysuperhuman.com as soon as we get our membership area, member content area raised up. So first, during a virus epidemic, please follow instructions from your local medical community. And you know, they have the hand washing and not breathing on others and being careful about travel and all of that. All of that is important. And please do follow those instructions, depending on the country you're in or the location where you are. But remember how important our thoughts are as well. It's important not to be dwelling in fear. It's important to be focusing in, I am well, I am whole, I am radiant, I am well, I am whole, I am radiant, I have natural immunity, I have natural protection. So we choose our lifestyle, we choose our thoughts, and this is just as important. Please also use natural immunity protection. And one of our great gifts is plasma technology. So this is secret number 4. Technologies of the future are here now. So this is what a plasma water station in the home looks like on the left. It makes great drinking water and it sets up a protective shield called an oasis. Water that's frozen from our never-ending plasma water station you can see on the right. It makes a torus field or a plasma ball if you look at that lower bowl of ice. And the upper one actually kind of looks like a heart, so you can see the ball in the middle of that. These Gans formulas surround the water station but never touch the water. They potentize and structure it by proximity. And this shows us how powerful our water station is when we can freeze it and we can see this field in it. Let's look a little more at what that means. So it's interesting when we talk about creating our home into a plasma oasis. The worldwide plasma community was shocked and amazed to learn how powerful an oasis is set up by Gans when Hurricane Maria hit Dominica in 2017, devastating the island in its wake. And you can see that in the upper picture. Our friend had built a family home there with Gans and plasma tools on the property. He was utterly amazed at how when his property was not touched by the hurricane and birds were coming there afterward for food and berries. You can see his property in those lower pictures, and there is a link. There will be a link below the video on the show that I produced on this where you can see our friend's story. So one of the really easy ways we have to get a plasma water station and a virus relief Gans and many others. There's a March 2020 special on virus relief with a plasma water station. You can use the Carrie coupon, just my name, Carrie, for 15% off, and we get a benefit from you doing this at plasmaenergysolution.com. So you can get a basic never-ending plasma energy water station plus virus relief for $107 off. Or you can add virus relief to your existing plasma energy water station and use the 15% off Carry coupon. Also, we're going to talk about Orgonite in a minute. You can also get silver shungite magnets, which are a type of Orgonite for the computer and cell phone protection, and more. So go to plasmaenergysolution.com, look at what's there, and see if you feel like choosing to have some of this plasma energy in your home. And we're going to look at more how the plasma energy works. Be sure and you can always use the Carry coupon for 15% off at plasmaenergysolution.com, and every month there's a different special. It's really exciting to see what a plasma field looks like. So going down into the ice, you can see a black piece that is copper. It's a plasma tool that is a simple harmonious design made with copper wire and black nano coating, which is a heat treatment or a caustic treatment to make the copper turn black. It gathers energy from the living field around us called plasma. I don't know about you, but when I was in school, I was taught that space was empty. But now we know that we're living in a living field of energy. So the apple-shaped torus field you can see in that ice is showing the field that we call it a health pen is gathering. And so we can use that and point it at our shoulder if it's sore, point it at our sore knee, point it at our sore wrist. And these tools hold solutions for health and well-being, nutrition, agriculture, energy, transportation, and more. The future is here now, and you can learn more about these in our Plasma at Home classes coming up at 21stCenturySuperhuman.com. Be sure and get notified by signing up to be on our email list. If you aren't sure what plasma is or how to use it, be sure to watch my video, Got Plasma, and there will be a link below this video. So, what are GANs, plasma, and nanomaterials? We need to think, as Mr. Kesh always says, who I learned about this from, beyond the matter state. So we're learning to think in different ways about how fields affect us in this reality that we live in. At the very bottom of our little diagram, you can see these dots are really close together. And those are compact molecules and atoms that are the physical state. It's our matter state, we call it. It's the wall, it's the door, it's the table. So that matter state, the molecules have a density to them. So when you put a black nano coating like we did on the copper that you saw over the ice with the apple-shaped ice in it, that nano coating becomes a superconductor. And this field that we live in of plasma energy, this field of living life force, can focus through these superconductors that we make. Amazing results. I mean, we have a unit made with that nano-coated copper in our home that literally reduces our electric bill. Be able to learn more about this in our Plasma at Home classes that are coming up so be sure you sign in at 21stCenturySuperhuman.com to be on our email list so we can update you as soon as these are available. Nano coating on copper can make up to 45 1,000 nanoparticle layers on that copper. It's amazing. And then Gans is gas in its nano state. Gans is a looser molecular structure, and so it interacts through field interaction. And for instance, the water station we showed you, and when we set our Gans or our plasma next to our water station, there's actually a field interaction taking place. So we set it next to our water. The fields from those Gans bottles go into our water, and then we're able to drink the water, and our body takes what it needs from those fields. And we even put food into some of the Gans that we use outside of our plasma water station. Say things get difficult in the world, or the stores close down, or whatever, we have the ability to be fed and nourished by our plasma water station. Now, this is a whole new way of thinking, but it's wonderful. And I've been involved with this for 5 years, so I have a real awareness of results that are happening for people around the world. Very exciting. I have this page in here on making Gans, and I'm not going to go over it in my talking in the video just for the sake of time. But if you want to stop on this page and enlarge it, you can read. I have basic instructions for the 3 basic Ganses, and they're basically made with salt water, and then 2 pieces of metal are suspended into that salt water and connected to each other with a copper wire. And this produces this Gans making process. And as you can see in the bottles on the right, particles form that have the color of that nanomaterial from those metals. And these are our 3 or 4 basic ones, which are copper, iron, zinc, and CO2. The creation that we're living in this world, we can reflect it through the Ganses that we make. And you can also add a little battery to the Gans making process, which will make it happen in a few hours. I've also used an old phone charger, but it has to be a really low amp one. And I go and look for them at the thrift stores for getting a really low amp charger. So you can attach a battery to this process, which will make it happen in a few hours, or you can not use a battery, and it's called the passive Gans making process, and it will take a few days to form these particles. And then once it all settles and you take your metals out of it and rinse them off, then you drain the salt water off and add fresh water. Foods can be added to these, essential oils can be added to them. Very often we add the things to the CO2 Gans making process. That would be the one that we add other items to. So if you have medications and you're worried that you won't be able to get them, you can make a Gans out of those, or supplements that you take. So a lot of this is in the plasma energy water station that we use, a way to fill the home with nourishment, with balancing energies for the mind, body, and emotions. There's tons of videos on YouTube about it, and they show you how to nano coat, they show you how to do the Gans making process. There's also a Kesh.Foundation wiki, and you can go find that at Kesh.Foundation, which is the Kesh Foundation website. So once a Gans formula is made, we can use it to spray the house, spray ourselves, put next to our water station, spray masks, even spray our neighborhood, so that we're putting these protective fields out. We have little balls hanging in our yard, little ping pong balls that have our plasma water in them to help make an oasis here on our property. And we'll have more about that on Plasma at Home classes at 21stCenturySuperhuman.com coming up really soon. So right now, the Kesh Foundation is also currently teaching how to make a Gans called the 1 Cup of Life. And they've done it in the 318th and 319th Knowledge Seekers workshops on YouTube. And the 319th was called the Coronavirus Blueprint. And I think it's really long, but you can see the results people are getting around the world. So the second picture on the right basically shows the setup for the 1 Cup of Life. It's very simple. It's zinc, nano-coated copper in the middle, and then plain copper on the outside, and they interact with each other in the salt water, and they're wired to a battery. You can see how the wires work there. Very simple. So this is a nice protective Gans that one can make to help protect from the coronavirus or other colds and flus. Now, what is in this 1 Cup of Life is basically also in the virus relief at plasmaenergysolution.com, where you can use the carry coupon for 15% off. And this month, the month of March, the special is that you get a free peace Gans along with it to give us all peace during these times. It's kind of an anxiety relief, calming. This is the Gans process, just so that you can all know, so that it's not some deep, dark mystery. It's not that difficult, but it is a science project. If you want to do it at home, please do. I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful experience to include in your life. It's a wonderful energy to have in the home. I could literally set fruit next to the CO2 Gans making process, and it would start including the fields of that fruit into the Gans. There's a lot of really cool ways to play with this, to make food Ganses and all different kinds of things. We will be having plasma at home classes at 21stCenturySuperhuman.com, which you'll be able to join soon. Okay, laundry and cleaning. We wash our clothes, mop our floors, and clean with plasma water and essential oils. The magnetic fields of the plasma water remove soil, and our home and clothing are super clean, they're fresh, and they're protected. They're protective. They have a protective field. So I add Plasma Energy water station water to the tap water in a bucket that I'm going to mop the floor with, and put a splash of vinegar, a few drops of peppermint or rosemary oil, a dash of citrus peel extract that we make here with citrus peels and an inexpensive alcohol. They sit in a jar for a week, and that gives us a really nice citronella extract that we use for cleaning. If there's insects, we can spray it around the baseboards in our house because we live in a warm climate. And we use the extract of citrus peels with alcohol, let it sit 1 week, strain it, and then we use it to clean, along with our Gans or plasma water. So this is a really exciting way to have a household without buying detergents and all these different kinds of things, to have really healthy, clean household. It's wonderful and beautiful. So Plasmify your life. This is the kind of beverage we like to drink. One of our friends who has a never-ending plasma water station, this is his cup of coffee, and he said, wow, look at this powerful pattern that the cream in my coffee made, demonstrating again the structure, the beautiful structure that is in his plasmified water in his coffee. And of course, we'll have more on that in our Plasma at Home classes. So let's move on to another science of the future technology that is here now. This one is called Ormus. I know someone who had been making Ormus for 5 years. They went to have surgery, and the doctors said, when they took this man's blood, they said, what are you doing? You have 5 times as many stem cells as any person we've ever tested. And he said, well, I take 1 teaspoon of Ormus every day. So we're learning to understand how we can move into a wise, intelligent, and healthier future. Now, we also make a seawater Gans, which is very similar to Ormus. And those, I really love having those 2 items in my home. I feel like they add nourishment and empowerment to our water station. And there's various ways that we use them. Again, we'll learn more about this in Plasma at Home. It can also increase plant growth. We've seen amazing results with plants. So another futuristic technology is Orgonite, although it was developed by Wilhelm Reich in the 1940s. It adds a really nice electromagnetic protection to our oasis, which already the plasma and the plasma tools and the Gans do. Already the Ormus does. So all these things together just help make it better and more beautiful. Now, there is a movement around the world of people who make Orgonite, ourselves included. We gift these chunks of Orgonite. The one on the left, we call them Clean Harriets, but the traditional name is Dirty Harrys. But people toss them at cell towers. So they're at the base of a cell tower and can help reduce that electromagnetic pollution in your neighborhood. Also, Lynn at plasmaenergysolution.com, where you can use the carry coupon for 15% off. She has discs that you can put on your cell phone, put on your computer, and those are a type of Orgonite, but they also have plasma. The images that are here are made by Organize Africa, and visiting their website, ORGONISE, is really worthwhile. They also include plasma energy in their Orgonite, and they came to the workshops that I did in South Africa in 2016. So basically what it does, the earth has natural energy spirals that get interrupted by all the electromagnetics that we're using, and maybe some that are being used inadvertently by the militaries around the world. The Orgonite helps clear that dark energy or that disrupted energy. And so there's all kinds of video tutorials teaching this online, teaching how to make Orgonite. And some people make it very beautifully with gems and crystals, that it's basically a layering of metal shreds, usually aluminum. We like to put nano-coated copper in ours, and we like to add plasma Gans to ours, usually dehydrated. They're an amazing tool. Structured water. So basically our Gans, our plasma water station is already a structured water. However, wherever our water's coming from, and we don't use distilled water at our water station, we use the local filtered water that we get, which is wonderful. But when we started using this simple water structuring device made by a gentleman named Clayton, so nature, you have a rolling stream. It's the water rolling over the rocks and the movement of the water rising up in the dew and coming down with the rain, the waves in the ocean, bringing in the tides and turning the water over and over. This integrates oxygen and hydrogen and makes the water, gives it a really beautiful structure, which usually has kind of a sacred geometry type of shape. Via Kabamba, and you're getting to drink the high mountain, stream water up there. That's incredible. We know we need to have our water come to us in a way that's healthful and good. All of these items that I'm talking about here, I do have links below the video. If I have a connection for you to get them, we get a little donation that comes to 21st Century Superhuman if you get them through our links. And that way that helps us keep going. It helps us build our website and do all the things that we need to do behind the scenes to bring you this great information. So the two little white pictures you can see below are these enhanced units that can either go right on the water source coming into your house. It can be attached to your shower very easily by hand. It can be attached to your kitchen sink. It can be attached to your garden hose. It's even being used on these really huge farms that have the big sprinkler systems that maybe grow alfalfa and different kinds of things, and they're having amazing results just by adding the structured water. So we use one of these little units below our water station, and we open up and run the water out of our water station. We also run it through the water structurizer because we haven't put one on our home yet. Tastes 1,000 times better. These are all just little steps, things that you can add in one by one by one by one in order to strengthen your natural immunity. Because when we are consuming structured water, our cells are getting more cleansed, they're getting more hydrated, and we're able to raise our body's ability to respond. So learn more about healthy protective lifestyle. Join us in upcoming classes, coaching and travel at 21stcenturysuperhuman.com. Activate your super self, and we shall see you on the inside. Okay, look forward to seeing you all, and remember, breathe, smile, love, and laugh, and integrate everything you can to activate your own natural immunity, because there's so many good things you can do to help prevent illness from showing up in your household and to protect your family, yourself. Live the natural immunity protective lifestyle where an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
I am 21st 21st century superhuman. And I know that the answers are inside. Yeah, I am a 21st century superhuman. Now is the time. Come on everyone, let's celebrate. We are the children of the sun. I can see you when I look into your eyes. We are the same, and we are light, and we are one. Here now, hear my ancient prayer and sing along. We are awakening as one. And we can make a difference. Yeah, we can be the change it takes to make the world a lot more fun. Well, if you're feeling kinda down and you need some inspiration to remember who you are. Oh, now, child, please don't frown. You can choose a new vibration and these words can take you far. I am a 21st century superhuman, and I know that the answers are inside. I am the 21st century superhuman. Now is the time. Down and you need some inspiration to remember who you are. Whoa, now, child, please don't frown. You can choose a new vibration and these words can take you far. I am a 21st century superhuman, and I know that the answers are inside. I am 21st century superhuman. Now is the time. I am a 21st century superhuman. I know that the answers are inside. I am a 21st century superhuman. Now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the